under $5. Welcome back to another video here on V-Rule. We are still doing the giveaway, the Articuno, Galarian Articuno tin from Crown Zenith. We need to hit 2,500 subscribers. Like, comment, and subscribe, but do that here. That's wonderful. I appreciate it. Yes, support. I thank you for that. Gladly thank you. I've been having some outpouring of support that I have not seen on this channel for a very long time, and I'm really grateful to all of you who've been messaging me and allowing for some conversation to happen. It's really my favorite part, is that community back and forth. But this video right here, that's the one you want, all right? So that's the video you want to go to. Comment on that video, watch it through, make sure you like it. That's where we're going to be pulling the entries from. So today's video is our Thirsty Thursday. What are we thirsty for? And I think we're thirsty for a good deal in Pokemon. Let's hop over to our screen. Yes, these are not the good deals. These are the expensive deals. I pulled out special illustration rares and illustration rares to see what kind of good deals can we get for under $5. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to be so simple and quick about all of this stuff. Forgive me for butchering many of the names because a lot of these are newer Pokemon and I am not well versed. So, Crocolore, this is going to be in that starter evolution. You want to go with starters. They are always a hit, always a hit. And I went off of market price as my target. So if it was under $5 on the market price, the listings might be a little bit up and down from there, but the market price will speak volumes on the reality of the situation. But Paldea Evolved continually shines, and different cards come to the surface and continually are getting highlighted, whether it's in our Market Monday where they're shooting up, or in our Slipping Sunday where they're worth it being a good deal to come down here. But this is anything $5 and under, and I think that's a really good one there. Another Paldea Evolved hitting right on the top slots here. Bramblin, I wasn't familiar with this card. I was sifting through some stuff. This came up, and I was just pretty floored by the artwork as a whole. It has that Machamp from Astral Radiance kind of feel, a little bit chaotic. We have multiples of the Pokemon throughout. Maybe it's because I lived for 6 years in the Western United States, where there were tumbleweeds actually rolling through the streets. So lived in an interesting place for a wonderful period of my life. Maybe that's the tie for me, but really it's a great artwork. Very full, very lively. I really enjoy that. Deerling and the counterpart would be good. The counterpart's more expensive, but here we are coming in still under there. That's $4.53. You'll see a progression. The price is continually getting better as I go through the list. They are in that sequential order at least. But Temporal Forces, Deerling, beautiful artwork. And when you pair it together with its evolved form, you're going to have a great little diptych there. Diptych is two images that go together. So you'll have a beautiful diptych there, and I love that Pokemon's been doing this. Crown Zenith, we saw that full page of the 9 cards together where they all tie in, and now we're seeing it here throughout the Scarlet and Violet era. So it's a really good technique in art, and also for collecting strategy that you have to get multiples to feel satisfied with that piece there. Iron Moth, I just like the colors. It's simple, it's clean, it pops, and I don't even like Iron Moth. Why would we like this one? It's not the most glamorous Pokemon, but from Paradox Rift we have a really sweet artwork. Simple, symmetrical-ish mostly. The Pokemon at least is symmetrical and slightly off-center, but this beautiful diagonal of colors streaking through the night sky, or so it appears. Giraffia, whatever. Paldea Evolved. Again, coming up again. What is with this set? I think it's definitely a top contender. So far in the Scarlet and Violet era. It might be in the top 3 by the time we're done with this era, but we have some really great deals here. Sandygast, it's all about the light. If you know anything about imagery, photography specifically, it's all about the light. Photography, photographing light, graphing light. It's photographing light is what you're doing. So it's the light reaction. There's the light pouring from behind the deep shadows there. This is a real life lighting situation that we can all simulate to and understand. It's just Sandygast being a little Sandygast hanging out in the sandbox playing the sand. It's that great. But I'm surprised how many Paldea Evolved are in this price bracket. It's really looking great here. Paradox Rift again, Veluza. I love this swirling color here. You have this nice big streak. I mean, again, people, think about it. These are tiny little frames, tiny little frames that we have to work with and get an entire artwork in there. And these artists are genius when you come down to it, and how much they can pack into such a small space. But the swirling here of the Pokemon and the school of fish behind here, awesome little Staryu, just to have some throwback vibes in there. Again, we're going on the Quaxwell here. Paldea Evolved, here we are. It's that evolution line. These are going to have value over time. Over time, I'm not saying this is a gold mine to go pick up today and you're going to see profits in a week, but over time, the evolution lines do tend to do pretty well. It's worth having there. Blitzel, I just thought this one had a very interesting artistic style to it. It's almost careless. And I mean that in the best light possible, okay? It's almost careless in its approach, that it's so splotchy and simple, and you can't really make it out, but it has this very natural, if you're familiar, Bob Ross technique kind of flavor to it, and this obvious highlighted area here. Your eyes go to the brightness, and that's why it's mirrored back here with another one way in the background off in the distance. It's going to have that nice bouncing back and forth there. Blitzel just out in the wild, very natural. And if you look, a lot of these are actually trending down, so we're in a good place for these here. Excadrill I featured just not too long ago. Temporal Forces, it's just a really great storytelling image. We have this nice leading line with those high bays over top. Sorry, I have a background in LED lighting for manufacturing plants and stuff, so I'm a jack of all trades. You don't even want to get to know me. It's too weird. So high bays, that's just the massive lights that you see in these spaces here. This is a great storytelling moment on a break. Interact with the Pokemon, the people with the Pokemon. This is what the anime was about, right? And we're all enjoying that. This one's super underrated, and that's fine. It's fine that's underrated, but it's a special illustration rare coming in under that $5 mark, even under $3. I mean, $2.34, ridiculous. Ridiculous that a special illustration rare is sitting so easily in that price bracket. This Gita is worth the pickup just for that. Same with Poppy Obsidian Flames. Poppy coming out of Obsidian Flames from Pokemon. One of their probably least exciting sets they've done in a long time. Not because it was bad artwork or bad collection of Pokemon. It's the Charizard set, right? So it's got some good stuff going on, but what made it fall short is the fact that the pull rates were too good. Which was kind of nice to have that break, I think. That a lot of people got to do those pull rates, have it good. I'm going to master that set just because it's so inexpensive. Not because it's one that I was really drawn to, but because it's so inexpensive, I'm mastering that set. Poppy, another great pickup here. Really inexpensive at $2.11 or something. Lechonk, another one out of Obsidian Flames. We're under $2 now, but look how happy he is. Look how happy this little chunk is, and you got the little like food bowl there. Some people actually have like potbelly pigs as pets because they kind of act like dogs. So there you go. This is just a Lechonk being a potbelly pig out there. Militon featured this one not too long ago. Temporal Force is looking really good, and for that price point, unbeatable. That perfect light pouring in, that Jacob's Ladder coming through there. You got the dust in there, the sparks flying off of here. I don't really know what's going on. Some welder working maybe. They're standing in the background here. I can't entirely tell, but Militon just basking in it and enjoying the whole ride there. Bronzor Temporal Force is another great one. I talked so highly of this yesterday that I talked myself into it, and I went and I bought a couple because they were dirt cheap, and I had a couple other cards for some master sets I'm working on that I needed to get, so it was a time to go spend, I don't know what it took me to get the free shipping, $8 or something after I was done with it. So I didn't spend a lot, got a couple cards I needed, and then one that I just find really beautiful as far as artwork, and it's just a great pickup. Illustration rares, special illustration rares, under $5 all day. Like, it's totally worth it. These Pokemon cards are not going to stick in this price bracket forever, but it will take some time to grow there. Twilight Masquerade, we have Timber at work, hard at work with the people, kind of like we saw in that extra drill, just working Pokemon, and we're going to carry that over even one more here to Laren, working in the garbage jump, you know, organizing all the stuff here. Really great, another Twilight Masquerade. This one started good, and a lot of them do, and then they plummet down. It's not often that they shoot up, you know. Eevee, Magikarp, those are kind of exceptions to the rules. So don't get stuck in a FOMO on a new set and go, we have to get it or else it'll be the next Magikarp. No, it won't be. Most of them won't be, at least. And you'll have time to work it into this lower range here. So give it time and just trust the process there. All right, Twilight Masquerade, Watcherel, here we go. Beautiful dive into the water. You got the electric and the glowing there, the bubbles. This has this real feel. Really great imagery. Just this sweeping 1, 2, 3 coming in here. There's obviously a lot more. We have 3, 6, 7. Odds are beautiful in nature and in art. It always works out pretty well there. Cramorant coming in at $1.34. I love the natural feel of this one. It feels very real world. There's some motion to these characters moving through that you get a little bit of the background, a little bit of them, kind of in this transparent feel. They're very blurry. interesting, what we would call shallow depth of field, where you have this focal point here in the center, and it falls off very quickly in both directions to get that very nice bokeh. It's that super blur in the background. So Cramorant from Twilight Masquerade, beautiful pickup at such dirt cheap prices. And last, and probably least, but not worth passing on and definitely worth pointing out, it's Palafin from Paldean Fates. Actually, all three illustration rares from Paldean Fates are beautiful artworks and really great prices. I mean, we're talking less than 50 cents each. So it's worth the pickup just for that. But this one is so crazy. It's such a different direction than Pokemon would normally take, and it's got this Magic the Gathering kind of feel, and its depth, everything's intensity, this very low-key all across the board. Just interesting, very, very powerful to make this Pokemon really stand out. But interesting here, and really these are just pickups for $5, but I'm kind of diving into the artwork, the draw, that you're getting this piece of art for so little, and it's really interesting whether you're just collecting illustration rares, special illustration rares, or you're trying to add them to your master sets. However you're going about collecting them, I think at under $5 we have some pretty good pickups here, and I think that's the trend I'm going to go on, just price bracket and kind of take a look at some of these things for our Thirsty Thursday and see what else we could do there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your chance to win our Galarian Articuno tin Crown Zenith packs coming your way. I will ship anywhere in the world. I want you to have it. I want you to be a part of it. 2,500 subscribers, and we will get there. Again, this is the video where you need to comment. That's where I'm pulling the winner from. But I do appreciate you staying to the end and finding out for sure where to go and how to be a part of V-Rule. So that's going to do it for us today. Thank you for stopping by. Peace.